Okay, I guess it's recording. All right, I'm really excited for this. I hope everyone's really pumped about just this little leadership thing that's going on. I'm really excited. A few other VIP leaders are doing this with, Jade and just their own teams and stuff, and everyone is just loving it. It's just fun. So we're bouncing ideas back and forth, and we're just trying things like kind of in a different manner. If you're new, it's awesome because hopefully this just works and, we just move forward from it. But if you've been in it for a little while, you know that there's just so many different ways that you can run your business and just, so many different types of leadership and just kind of figuring out what works and kind of what works for your team and different things like that. So I'm really excited to just work more closely with the people who just really want this, no matter where you are, if you're new, if you're old, if you're, not even promoted yet, or if you're a diamond and above, it's just going to be really, really fun and exciting. And I think it's just going to kind of get everybody kind of in like that better environment, with people that are just, like-minded and ready to run, and it's going to be great. So I'm just going to start off with sharing my story, which is kind of fun because I don't always get to share it. And if I do, it's usually just like the short version. So not everyone knows like the whole thing, but so my name's Stephanie Connigan, if you didn't know that, or if you didn't know how to say my last name. And I'm a triple diamond. I've been with It Works. It was 3 years in October. And so when I first started, Jade is actually my enroller. So I'm sure you know Jade. Obviously you watched her video or you wouldn't be on this thing so far, but Jade Hooper is my enroller, my direct upline. Me and her were actually like friends and coworkers before It Works. So we worked at the same salon together for a couple years prior, and it's funny, I remember, because we were good friends, we'd talk outside of work. She would call me all the time, but I remember specifically, so she had Levi, and this whole big blow up at the salon. Anyway, she ended up leaving to go to a different salon, same company, but then left the company completely. She ended up just wanting to stay home and be with Levi, and so she started looking at home businesses, and she messaged me one day, I remember this, and she was like, have you ever tried those wraps before? And I was like, yes, I have. Like, I know what you're talking about, because 2 years prior to her asking me that, I had gone to a party for Steve's sister, and I had tried the wraps. I bought the wraps, and it was, I just kind of bought them because everyone else did. Like, I remember wrapping. I remember buying the wraps and getting them in the mail, but I never used them because I didn't really, like, she didn't explain, like, you want to, like, use 4 as a full treatment, and you want to wrap every 72 hours. So it was kind of, like, a bad experience, but so, I was familiar with the wraps. I kind of told her a little bit about it, and that was kind of the end of it. And then, like, a day later, she messaged me back and was like, okay, so I signed up to sell those wraps. And I was like, oh, okay. And, of course, I wanted to help her because she's my friend. So I became a loyal customer for her. At the time, I really didn't have the money for it at all. I was in school and, working and stuff, and just life things that were going on, and I really couldn't, but I wanted to help her. So I just went ahead and did it anyway. And what I did is I got a box of wraps, and I didn't use them on myself, but she taught me how to properly use them. You use the 3, it's a full treatment. I used them on my sister, and she lost 15 pounds in like a week because we wrapped like every 3 days. So it was just crazy. Pretty much from then, I was just like just blown away. I was like, okay, like, I think this could be like something that could really help my family. My family's always struggled with weight and health and things like that. So I was just really, excited to use the products, but then she came to me and was like, I think you would be a really good distributor. You're good at sales at the salon and this and that. And I like kind of thought about it, but I was like, no, like, I mean, I read my messages back when we first talked about it, and like I was scared. Like, I don't remember being scared, but I was like telling her, like, I'm just scared, like, I don't know what I'm doing, I've never done anything like this before. But literally, I promise you, like, the only reason I like joined to be a distributor was because she would not stop hounding me. I swear to God, like, she would just not leave me alone. So finally I was just like, fine, okay, like, I'll sign up, okay? Like, I just did it. Like, I had a flat tire, I was driving around on a donut, and I'm like, I have no money, like, sure, just take my last $100, I should probably be buying a tire. I put it on my credit card. Yeah, and then I became a distributor, and pretty much just, I've always had that mindset where like, if I'm going to do something, I'm just going to like give it my all. So I remember like I signed up and I was like, okay, now what do I do? And I started watching all the training videos and just getting plugged in and getting on those corporate calls. And basically I just started wrapping people. So I didn't, I knew what the wrap did. I knew what it did for my sister. So I was just sharing that with everyone. Like just, hey, like I just, posting them out on social media, just trying to like get face-to-face with people. And that's basically just how I grew my business, was getting face-to-face with people. When I first started, and one of the reasons I didn't want to join is because I was so busy already. So I was working full-time as a hairstylist. Surprise, you don't really make that much money as a hairstylist, and it's a lot more demanding than you think. So then I was looking for something else. So I decided to go back to school for nursing. So I became a CNA. Then I started working as a CNA, and then I went through and was taking all my classes for nursing. So at the time, I was full-time at the salon, part-time as a CNA, and I was technically like 3/4, but full-time going to school. So, I mean, if you do the math, like, how is that even possible? Like, it, like, almost wasn't. I don't even know how I actually did it, because I would, like, my schedule sucked so bad, like, thinking about it, but I would, like, go to school from, like, 7 or 8 in the morning when my classes start till, like, 3 or 4. I was in classes all day, and then I would go to the salon from like 3 to 9, and then sometimes I would have a break, usually until like 11, and then I would work from like 11 to 2 or 3 in the morning at the hospital. And then I would go home and sleep for a couple hours and get up and do it all over again. So it was really, really hard and stressful, but how was I going to run a business on top of all of that? There's just so much going on. So I just had to figure out a way that worked for me, and I didn't like really overthink it. Like most people are like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't schedule it in. And obviously that's just people that aren't really going to run with the business. So, I mean, if you're here, obviously you're ready to run. So we're just going to kind of do whatever it takes. So basically I just knew, like, if I had a break, if I had 1 hour's time, I was scheduling a wrap appointment, an individual wrap appointment with somebody. I was wrapping someone, I was getting that $25, and I was sitting with them, while they had their wrap on, and I had that 45 minutes to just focus on my business, focus on them, talk about their goals. Most of the time people were looking, for weight loss, and I would explain how the wraps are not going to get them those results. So it would lead to other conversations. And I think in 3 years, I've had one person that I've met with, maybe 2, that did not sign up on the spot when I sat down with them. So that's like pretty incredible, right? Think of how often we sit here and we try to follow up with people on social media and how long that takes. When if we could really just meet face-to-face with people, or get on a chat like this, or, Facebook, you can do the voice recordings. I think just hearing your voice helps a lot. Or, through Messenger, you can do video chats now too, something simple like that. But I think that makes a huge difference with sealing the deal. And that's going to really, really help you grow your business. So like I said, if I had that hour, I was wrapping somebody. And in like my first month, I made about, I don't know, like $600 in wrap cash the first month. So that was a lot of money, and that was on top of my commission. So I enrolled, I think I got like 17 or 20 customers like within my first like 20 days or something, because I started in the middle of the month. So that was like huge. Like think of how many people you have to wrap, but then think about how much wrap cash I really made with that. So like my first commissions check was like $60, which is huge, because I mean, some of us, it's only like $12. So $60 was a lot. My second commission check doubled, so it went from $60 to $120, and it just kind of spiraled from there. So I was like averaging about $600 to $1,000 in wrap cash a month for like the first probably almost 5-6 months into my business. I was wrapping a lot of people, but that's how I just grew my business. And so 6 weeks into this, so a month and a half, it was like around this time, like November, I was sitting at the salon one day and I was like, you know what, I'm just so fed up. I cannot do this anymore. I am burnt out. I asked my boss, I was like working my shift at the salon. I was like, can I go to my other job and quit and come back? She was like, yeah, that's fine. So she let me leave so I could go quit my job, because I was able in 6 weeks to replace my part-time income, which was awesome. So I did that. And then, you know, I had a little bit of a breathing room, but it was like a lot less stressful on me because my plate wasn't so full. And then about a couple weeks after that, you know, classes ended because it was winter break. And basically from there, I just kind of ran with my business and I didn't sign up for classes again. And it's been 3 years since I've been to school. So I haven't gone back to school for nursing. And just slowly, you know, over the years, I was able to, you know, replace my income, and then I more than doubled my salon income, and then I made more than I would have if I actually became a nurse. And, you know, it just kind of, all that just happened, and then I stopped working at the salon, I retired, and now I just do hair on the side for fun. It's not so much fun anymore, but I still do it. Yeah, and that's just a little bit about the story. So if you didn't know the whole, like, Jade part of it, where she literally hounded me, like, you know, when we talk about word vomiting and the stuff that we shouldn't do, like all the things you shouldn't do when we first start, it's okay because everyone does it. And hey, look, I'm still here, and hey, look, you know, Jade's an ambassador, so you're gonna make the mistakes, but it just makes for a funny story. But obviously I'm grateful that I did just take the plunge and just do it and run with the business, because it's completely changed my life. And you know, it's only going up from here. And I know so many of you have, you know, have just already been affected either by the products or just being surrounded by, you know, the amazing people that are really in this company, or, you know, just the income alone, you know, anywhere, you know, any like a little bit of extra income. I know some of you have already, you know, retired yourselves and just work this strictly from home, which is so just awesome. Like, I just know that feeling, and that's really cool. And that's really inspiring to a lot of people. All right, so there's that. I'm just going to jump right into everything else here. I don't want to keep you all too long for the first one, but we're going to go over just a few things. If you're new, you might not know this stuff. If you have already been in the business, it's a good refresher, and you might learn some stuff that you didn't know, because we're just kind of talking about things a little bit differently. We're going to talk about some tools. So this is something that everybody should have. Okay, so if you have not already, there are really good videos that are on my team page. If you go to the pinned post at the top of the page, it says pinned post. It'll take you to like the pinned post, and there's like a bunch of YouTube videos there. That's a great place to start for videos. It kind of just gives you a rundown a little bit about the business, how we talk to customers, how we talk to distributors, charting. It's a little bit more visual, but it's something you can always refer back to, and it's something to good as a refresher at any time. So there's that. Also in the eSuite, you know, we've had what's called the Training Academy and the It Works You. So if you go in your eSuite at the top, you click the Training Academy link. Actually, no, it's not Training Academy anymore. I think they changed it to just the It Works You link, right? If you click that, it's going to take you to like the training, and then there's like a document thing that's right there, and it's the It Works You guidebook. And if you download that, I would print that, but basically it's just like, it's like a breakdown, like it's like a guidebook. So it's a breakdown of a little bit about the company, about the CEO. It's just something that we can revert back to, and it talks about like, you know, just everything, how the steps to success, how we promote, charting, all that stuff. So it's a really good thing to have on hand, and it's also something good that you can bring to show like potentials if you're meeting up with them, something visual. So download that. That's a huge like guided tip that I don't think we've really talked about before, but I think we should start using that too. All right, the steps to success. We all should know what this is, and if we don't, basically it's the steps that we need to do every single month to grow our business. So this is the one that you can print out. It's in the eSuite in the Documents tab. The top, if you click Documents, there's a whole bunch of other things there, but the steps to success is there, and you can print that out. You could just write this out on a piece of paper if you don't have a printer. You know, so basically step one, join the party and run your auto shipment. So you've already joined the party, you're here. But the other step, the other part of that is being commission qualified every single month. And there's two ways to be commission qualified. Either you're going to run your 80 BV auto shipment, which every product has a BV amount, we know that. So 80 BV in one order makes you commission qualified no matter what. or if you have 150 personal bonus volume. So that means your customers plus, like, say you placed a $30 order yourself, you ordered something that would go towards that. But I always, always, always recommend running your auto shipment. I've never not run my auto shipment since the day I started. Like, I just do, and even when I didn't have the money, I just did, because I take my business seriously. And this is like a business expense. One, it's a write-off, and we want the write-offs. Two, like, it just opens so many more opportunities, and it's holding you more accountable for your business. Because you could just as easily say, like, I've got enough volume, like, I'm not going to run it. But if you run that auto shipment, and especially if you don't have the money, you're holding yourself accountable, that you're saying, like, okay, like, I need to make this money back. And I can go over it. You know, you got your box of wraps, so now you're committed. Okay, I got these box of wraps, I better get them on people. You know what I mean? If you don't have the money, well, then you're going to get the money. So what I usually recommend is something you can sell, like wraps, because then you're going to make all your money back right away. And then something that you can use like yourself to have a testimony. So like greens, hair, skin, and nail, and that'll be about 80 BV. Or if you really can't afford it and you'd rather have the money, or you have the opportunity to sell it, obviously just sell it, make your money back, make a profit. That's why we're here. But running that auto shipment is, you know, it's you saying, I'm here, this is my business, I'm taking it seriously. You know, I'm not going to go open a salon and be like, oh, well, no one's coming in today, I'm not going to pay the electric bill. Like, of course I'm going to pay the electric bill, because I'm going to continue to run my business. The same thing. Can you go over what PBV, BV, and GV is? Okay, so personal bonus volume is all of your orders. Like, say you placed your personal order, your auto shipment falls underneath your personal order and any of your direct customers. GV is group volume, so that's the whole group. So let's say that you have some distributors underneath you. Your group volume would just be everybody underneath you. So your distributors, all of their customers, all of your distributors' customers, all your distributors' customers, and just all of that in one big number. So that's what group volume is. Oh, sorry, it's lots of questions. Yeah, and BV is bonus volume. So every single product has a BV amount, and it is usually about the dollar amount, loyal customer wise, what the product is. So like Fat Fighters are $23, the BV on it is $23. The cleanser is $33. The BV on it is $30. So it's pretty close. That's just kind of like our measure of sales that we use. We don't go by dollars, we go by BV. Yeah, I've had to put it in my auto ship on a credit card before. Yeah, I mean, I've done it before, but I mean, it holds me accountable, and it just, you know, I take my business seriously, you know. Okay, Jenna, you have a question. If you guys have questions, you can like unmute yourself again.
Yeah, I just didn't want to interrupt you when you did that. So I've always wondered, when going back to when you have an auto shipment, and or if you're like 30 BV away from 150 and you buy something, do you get commissions off of your orders?
No.
You just get the volume, but you don't get...
You get the volume, you just don't get paid off of it.
Okay.
But that
makes sense.
I was confused too, because I knew like moving orders and stuff, so I didn't know if we got commission off of that.
So say you placed a personal order, and if you move your personal order underneath somebody else, so let's just say one level below you, whatever distributor is right below you, then you do get the commission off of it. But if you keep the order underneath you, you don't. But you put it underneath the person, you're going to get that 10% off of it. So like say...
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
So say you've already run your auto shipment, and then they have like a holiday sale, you want to make an additional order. It's usually beneficial, obviously, because you want to get paid off of it, to just move it underneath somebody underneath you, or just help out anybody on your team, because along the way somewhere, you're going to make a percentage off of it. So it's worth it to help somebody and get paid off of it. But yeah, that's another thing too, is that running the auto shipment always ensures that you get paid no matter what. No matter what, no one can take your check away. If you just rely on, you didn't run your auto shipment and you just rely on $150, who's to say that on the last day somebody returned an order and it puts you below that 150, you did not run an auto shipment, you would not get paid, and that would suck bad.
Credit cards declining, I have happened a lot with customers.
I actually use that example when I bring in new distributors with that, because I know that there's been triple diamonds that forget to run their auto shipments and then lose their paycheck because somebody that would suck. That would suck.
I know that there was an ambassador who lost an ambassador pay because they did not run an auto shipment. You make $40,000 a month and you cannot run a $100 auto shipment. You're just stupid, okay? But that would suck so bad. Oh my God, I would throw up. So just always run it because it just guarantees that you're getting paid. And I'm not doing anything that's jeopardizing my pay, okay? Also, like I said, it just keeps me accountable for my business.
I've only ever not run an auto shipment once, 1 month in the almost 3 years I've been doing that.
It makes me nervous. I just feel like if I didn't, it would be the one time that every single person just returned all of their stuff and I would just But even though I still run my auto shipment, I usually am about 350, 400 personal volume just myself. And you guys, I have not kept a customer in almost 3 years, probably in 2.5 years. I have not kept a customer. So these are just customers that I've had that just continue to order. So that's pretty cool. Although I did keep a few customers last month when I was going for the Christmas cash. But other than that, in years, I have not kept a customer. So that's really awesome. It's just, being a good distributor, you're following up and, people are just still ordering and my order is included in that. So, that's something that you want to hold yourself accountable to. And if you feel like 150 is a lot, when I first started this, you guys, it used to be 400. You had to be at 400 to be balanced out to be commission qualified or to be considered a a qualified box. I mean, that was hard. That was hard. 150 is not hard. It's 2-3 customers, it's doable.
Up orders.
Yes. Especially coming into these months, you guys, you would not want to jeopardize any of your commissions at all. So just run the auto shipment. Hold yourself accountable. Okay, so wrap rewards. If you don't know what wrap rewards are, every time you sign 2 loyal customers and you keep them, you cannot move them because you can move customers, you can move distributors, but when you keep them, you get what's called a wrap reward for every 2 customers, and that means that you're allowed to buy a box of wraps for $25. Buy a box of wraps for $25, and then you can use them yourself for cheap, or you can sell them and you're going to make profit, because even if you just sell 1 wrap out of that box, you made your money back, and then everything else after that can be profit. So wrap rewards are amazing. The other thing, back to the whole you can move customers. So I know that we haven't got too much into charting, but when you've got customers on your team and you've got distributors on your team, you can move customers underneath distributors. So that kind of goes into fast start bonuses. So we get fast starts also. In the steps to success, we're gonna get our 4 customers every single month. So hopefully you get 2 wrap rewards, depending on if you move your customers. But then every time we sign a distributor, you're gonna get a $100 bonus. And those bonuses, oh, what the hell, your meeting is gonna end in 10 minutes unless I pay $15. Okay, we might have to divide this up a little bit. So say you enroll this distributor and you want to get your $100 bonus. They get fast start qualified by getting 2 loyal customers and by getting to 150 personal bonus volume or running their auto shipment. So let's say they got 2 2 customers for Fat Fighters, and then they ran their auto shipment. They would be commission qualified. They would be fast start qualified, and you would get your bonus. So say one person, you can move your customers underneath your distributors to help yourself get those bonuses and help them as well. So that's good, because in the long run, if you think about it, let's say you gave them 1 customer and it was Okay, fat fighters, $23, and you only make 10% of that. So you're gonna make $2.30 off of the fat fighters order. If you move it, you can make $100, makes more sense, right? Okay, so, you know, obviously, I mean, we wanna do what makes sense. What's gonna make us the most money in the long run? Okay, what else? Charts. Okay, so I got like 8 minutes here. I might just have to like stop the recording and then like we can hop back on because I don't know if we're gonna go over. But so I'm gonna talk just a little bit about charting, but I'm gonna go into depth of charting. And another one, I mean, if you guys don't have anything to do on the like after this 8 minutes, I can hop back on and we can talk more into depth into charting if you want. Tonight, I was gonna wait, but okay, so charting. Ruby, that's kind of like the big one. So it's kind of like the second promotion is Ruby. So if you've not seen a Ruby chart, this is what it is. You can print these out in your eSuite underneath the Documents tab. If you search Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, it only goes up to Diamond, but you can print these and then have them, or, you know, draw them out yourself. There's no shame in that if you ain't got a printer. So this is you, and this is like technically your first promotion. So when you promote, it means you've got 2 distributors underneath you. So that would be like that. All this would go away. But we're shooting for Ruby because we got high goals and everyone's got to be at least Ruby, right? Because heck yeah, that's $500 a month. So going Ruby means that you have 3 distributors underneath you and that one of your distributors has 2 distributors underneath them. And they are all at 400 in volume. So 400 group volume. So that person would be 400, that person would be 400, and then obviously if these people are 400, this person is naturally just gonna have 800 at least. Does that make sense? So that's what a promotion looks like. It's basically, you know, just growing your organization and just helping people, you know, promote as well. So if you can do Ruby, you can do Diamond, and you can do Ruby, you can do Triple Diamond. If you can build a Ruby, you can go Ambassador because everything is just made up of a Ruby. Every promotion is made up of a Ruby.
54 rubies make an ambassador.
54 rubies make an ambassador. That's exciting. So the next one after Ruby is Emerald. And do we see that here? We've got 1 ruby and 2 rubies with a couple extra up here. But that's an Emerald. We help 2 people go Ruby on our team. That's Emerald. That's an extra $1,100 a month. Pretty awesome. And you know what's awesome too is that we can move our distributors and our customers. So, you know, if you got a distributor, you don't need 50 million people on your top line. You know, you can help this person promote and you can put a distributor there and they can work together. And you can also move your customers there because, you know, we not only do we need this distributor there, but we need them to have some volume too. So, you know, there's 2 ways to do your business. Okay, you can place to promote or you can place for bank. That's what it says. That's not really bank until you hit like a certain level. And honestly, unless you're like, I would say at least a Triple Diamond because you want to at least be VIP. You want to be able to get into all the VIP stuff. You want that extra special treatment. You want the inside scoop on things from corporate. Like that's kind of the place you want to be. I wouldn't be a Ruby and be like, I'm placing for bank and just keep everyone on your top line. So that basically means that you just have like a bunch of distributors on your top line, but you're not getting anywhere. I mean, obviously it would make more sense to get to double, triple diamond, $10,000 a month, and then start doing stuff like that. Or you can place to promote, and that just means that exactly what that is. You're just filling out the rest of your team, your chart, your promotion, and your team is doing the same. Everyone's just working together, and that's kind of the way to promote the fastest, and everyone can promote together, and that's really, really fun. Versus just having, you know, 50 people on your top line and hoping one of them like works. Not so great. But like I said, if that's how you decided that you did want to run your business, I wouldn't do it until you're at least like a triple diamond for the VIP, at the very least, very, 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 very least, diamond because, well, cabs, and we'll talk about that when we talk about charting in a little bit depth, because if you don't know about cabs, your mind is about to be blown because it's amazing. Is charting making sense? I mean, I think everyone here is pretty much known a chart, seen a chart. If you haven't, it's okay. You probably don't have a team yet, and that's fine. So as your team grows, we're going to help you with your charting and things like that. So if you are enrolling distributors, like make sure that you're letting your upline know, like, hey, like I enrolled this distributor today, and so that we can help you, get them trained, get them added into the team pages, you know, get them going off on the right foot and helping you, teaching you how you need to train them as well. So obviously your distributor is good, and it makes you a good leader too. And that we can, you know, obviously make sure that if they, you know, have all these distributors, that they can hit their promotions, because in the blink of an eye, one person can enroll like 6 people, and then they're like, oh, I just kept them in my top line. And I'm like, girl, you could have been like halfway to Emerald right now. What are you doing? You know? So just if you are lost on charting, don't be afraid to ask for help or how to do it, guidance, stuff like that. So, and then other tools that we can use, we have our product coach, even though it's down right now. It was like downish, but I was able to get on it from my phone for a while, and then I just checked today and I couldn't get on it. But the product coach website, you could literally just Google It Works Product Coach. It comes up. I think it's myitworksproductcoach.com. But basically that was like my Bible when I started. I just read it every single day, honestly, because it has a breakdown of every single product. So you can click on the product, and it's going to give you just a list of like the most frequently asked questions about the product. Like, how many do I take? What does this help? Can I take it while I'm breastfeeding? Can I have this while I'm pregnant? All that stuff for every single product, and it's really great. And there was even a search tool at the top, so you could just, you know, search like gluten, pregnant, and it would tell you like which products would be gluten-free, which products are safe to take when you're pregnant, kind of stuff like that. That's a good tool. We've got our eSuite. We have all our documents in there, and we have our team pages, which are like a huge, huge help, because if you go into like, I don't know how it is on your phone, but if you go into like the top, you click more information, you can go into the files, and there's actually files on our team pages of printable things, follow-ups, things to send out, how to do wrap parties, how to do just about, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. And that's a really good tool too. All right, I got about 1 minute and 30 seconds here before it kicks me out. Did I answer everyone's questions? Do you have a question now? Anyone have questions? I'm reading through to see if I answered all of them. I think I did. So I'm really, really excited about just all of this. So I hope this was just a quick refresher. A little bit about me, in case you don't know me. I have less than 1 minute, and I want to make sure that I get this recorded. So let me just stop the recording now.